EA Sports, it's in the game.
Hell, man. Hey.
This is one of those offensive performances that I'll never forget. What a game.
Oh, this is all for Ultimate Team. I don't even play Ultimate Team like that.
Well, ain't it nice to see a familiar face? Welcome to another year of football with Madden NFL 23. Before we get started, go ahead and change up your options, or just stick with what worked for you last year. And don't worry, if you ever feel like switching it up, you can always change the accessibility settings. Accessibility settings.
Menu narration options.
Accessibility settings.
Hop in the Raven, we laying the stars. I made it happen a boss, yeah. I was playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot down here, it's quiet. I got the candy, guess I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I had to get right. Waiting on the sign, I'm waiting on myself, got nothing weighing on my mind. Think I left after all this time, but that mountain carry meant for you. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing.
Madden 23 gives you multiple new ways to pass the ball. Try them all out here and pick what works best for you. You can always control the exact strength of your pass by using the passing meter. Place the ball, stick with what you know. Traditional, old-school Madden-style passing. Try to hit the sweet spot of the passing meter to guarantee yourself an accurate or perfect pass. Place the ball exactly where you want it around your target by using the passing reticle and target area. Control the exact strength of your pass by using the passing meter. Place the ball exactly where you want it around your target by using the passing reticle and target area. Try to control the exact strength of your...
Let's see. I like that. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, I got you.
Let's go. Go. Go.
Is that it? Ow. I'm doing exactly what it said. That's crazy.
Go. Put it up. Here we go. Put it up. Here you go, right here.
Oh, they let me. I still like that, bro. I think I did it.
Madden 23, try to hit the sweet spot of the passing meter to guarantee yourself an accurate...
Hey. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Go. Here we go, here we go. Go.
Ooh, I don't think I'm gonna... trying to see about the leadership.
Let's go. Go.
Look, Dad, we go to Mommy's doctor.
Oh, I should throw it up. Oh, try that one again. Yeah, nobody's on there right now. This is the new Madden. Yeah. I know, 11:45. Are we going? Are you going? Okay. Okay.
Here you go, right here.
I like this. I'm gonna just try to do this one. Yeah, I like this one.
Madden 23 gives you multiple control. Stick with what you know. Traditional, old school Madden style. Try to hit the sweet spot of the passing meter to guarantee yourself an accurate or perfect pass. Place the ball exactly where you want it around your target by using the passing reticle and target area.
Oh, damn.
This is a special presentation of EA Sports from the Coliseum in Oakland. Our tribute to the coach, the John Madden Legacy Game. I'm Brandon Gaudin here to take you through the proceedings. And coming up, we're going to tell the story of a man who was truly larger than life and whose impact on the sport of football certainly is going to live on for decades and decades to come. Now, we've assembled a couple of rosters featuring some of Coach's favorite players for both yesterday and today. And Coach himself will be on the sidelines for both squads, trying to motivate his guys to victory. I'm joined now by my good friend Charles Davis. CD, your thoughts on John Madden and what he meant to the sport he loves so much?
For me, Brandon, it's the word joy. He brought that to the game of football, brought the game to so many people. He stayed involved his entire life. And moving forward, when you think of football, you're always going to think John Madden.
One time for old times. What do you say we play some football as we are underway from Oakland in the John Madden Legacy Game? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So it's the NFC stars who will get the ball first. And Charles, as we alluded to, we've got a different era of coach on each sideline. So the man coaching this NFC squad, we'll call him young John Madden. This is a coach who was trying to establish a foothold in the NFL and on the cusp of doing it very successfully.
Yeah, you think back to that period, those early days as a coach of the Raiders, the late 60s in the AFL and then in the NFL in the early 70s. Coach was a guy who was ahead of his time. The Raiders were one of the first teams to have mini camps, one of the first to film practice, because he wanted to practice coaching as much as he could. And his teams, they were successful right from the start of his head coaching tenure.
Yeah, that does. I swear they just grabbed the truck and said, here you go.
Got a man, it's Randy Moss complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here to the 34. So as we mentioned at the top, well, let's take you through the life of John Madden. And, you know, it's very fitting that we're here back in the Bay Area, not just because John's so associated with Raider football, but also because this was where he spent his formative years.
Yeah, he grew up over Daly City with his buddy John Robinson, who would also become an NFL head coach. He played his high school ball at Jefferson High.
Ooh, I like the way he's running now. He's not running like robots.
San Luis Obispo. Played well enough that in 1958, he was a 21st round draft pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, the draft had 30 rounds then.
Off the play fake, here's Favre. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I like the way he's
Third
running.
down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So on fourth down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wisnowski to punt this one away. Back deep, two-time Pro Bowler Dante Hall. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
Yeah,
right?
he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Tom Brady quarterback. Yeah. Oh, they were so good.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So, Charles, as mentioned, we've got another Coach Madden over here on the AFC sideline. Of course, his Raiders, members of the AFC West. So this is a conference he battled in for his entire career. And you think about the landscape in the NFL as he was getting into the back half of his tenure. It was a golden era for coaches. You had Don Shula, Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, Bud Grant. But it was John Madden who had the best winning percentage of them all, CD. 759, the best ever.
Brandon, it's hard to believe he could be so successful in the conference with all those great teams. The Steelers won 4 Super Bowls. The Dolphins won 2 and were a mainstay in the playoffs. The Colts were tough. The Broncos came out late and went to a Super Bowl themselves. But against Hall of Fame coaches, John Madden's record, 36, 16, and 2. That's pretty incredible. His Raiders were a factor each and every year.
But Charles, you mentioned Coach was a 21st round draft pick back in 1958. Was the Philadelphia Eagles who selected him. But unfortunately for John, knee problems, they just continued to dog him. He was hurt in his first training camp, actually never saw the field as a player in the NFL. But it was still during his time with the Eagles, you and I were talking about this before going on air, that you could start to see a lot of
and it went out in a big way, because
that new passion is amazing.
a lot of time breaking down film with the Eagles. North Van Brocklin, the future Hall of Famer and future head coach in the NFL. Remember, North Van Brocklin coached with the Falcons, he coached with the Vikings. It was there during that time. I think Coach Madden realized his love of football, love for teaching, combining all that together, and that meant being a football coach. So in 1960, he began his coaching career at a small college south of San Luis Obispo called Allen Hancock, and then lived at San Diego State University under another legendary coach, the guy that could throw it around pretty well, Don Cordell.
Charles, you know, it was in the early 1960s that a young John Madden made the acquaintance of the owner of the Oakland Raiders, one Al Davis, of course, and the two, they really bonded. They would become one of the best owner-coach duos in NFL history. And to take it a step further, Al Davis became someone who John referred to as his best friend.
Yeah, 1967, Brandon. Al Davis hired Coach Madden to be a linebackers coach. Remember, this was still the AFL at that point. They had not merged totally with the NFL. And Coach Madden, he paid dividends almost immediately after the Raiders won the AFL title in 1968. That meant a date with the Green Bay Packers in what was now known as Super Bowl II. But by 1969, at the age of 32, just 32, Brandon, John Madden assumed the mantle of head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And what a ride he, the Raiders, and the NFL were about to go on.
The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Allen, and he is going to lose yardage here. Charles, you talked about John Madden and the Raiders going on a ride. Well, try these numbers on for size. In 10 seasons as a head coach, the Raiders won their division 7 times. They finished second the other 3 times, and he became the youngest coach to amass 100 career regular season victories and is still, to this day, the franchise leader in wins.
And when you think about it, that's where that rivalry with Kansas City really took root. As did the expression commitment to excellence. And boy, was it personified by the players who played for Coach Madden. On offense, how about quarterback Kenny Stabler, wide receiver Cliff Branch, wide receiver Fred Biletnikoff, tight end Dave Casper, to name a few. How about this great lineman he had? Center Jim Otto, guard Gene Upshaw, tackle Art Shell, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And guys on the defensive side of the ball, the Mad Stork himself, Ted Hendricks, Willie Brown, John Matuzak, Cisco, and Big Ben Davidson. So many great players, so many great memories.
They keep it on the ground, down again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Charles, you think about all the success that John Madden had as an NFL head coach, and he had plenty, and we talked about it, including the 10 straight winning seasons, the Super Bowl title. But like any great coach, he also suffered through a few tough losses along the way as well.
And Brandon, those tough losses came in high-stakes games because he always had such great success. Think about it this way. 6 times in his 10 years, the Raiders were knocked out in either the AFL championship game or the AFC championship game. But it might be a divisional round exit That's the one that bothered him most of all. Three Rivers Stadium, December 1972. Yes, the Immaculate Reception game. Franco Harris grabbing the ball that was deflected. Almost at his shoe tops, he picked it up and took it in for a game-winning score to give the Steelers a 13-7 victory. And partner, anyone who loves black and silver still doesn't believe that ball hit anyone in black and silver that day, and that play should never have come out. Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it, but it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
First and 10, it's Favre. That'll be caught by Rice. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. The CD, we spoke of some of the Raiders' tough playoff losses in the decade of the 70s, but for one shining season, they put it all together, and that was 1976. You remember a 13-1 regular season, a memorable playoff win over New England. They dominated the Steelers 24-7 in the AFC title game, and then ended with the Minnesota Vikings in Super Bowl 11.
Oh, Brandon, what a game that was. Down at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. A gorgeous 53-degree day, perfect for football. Raiders down to a 16-0 lead at the half, and Clarence Davis, no relation, although I would certainly claim him strong on the ground, 137 yards rushing. How about Freddie Blitnikoff, the MVP of that game, catching everything that came his way? Kenny Stabler running the offense with precision, and we all remember who won the Seal League. The grand old man himself, Willie Brown, with the razor-focused eyes, picking off Fran Tarkenton and taking it 75 yards for a touchdown. 32-14 the final score. Raiders had their first Super Bowl title, and we got the iconic shot of Coach Madden being lifted on the shoulder pads of his players and carried aloft as a Super Bowl champ.
Here we go now on first and goal. Throwing is far. Throw left side, complete to Cup. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the
Wow,
and
wow.
he's in. Touchdown NFC. Brett Favre keeping it himself from a yard out. And the NFC is in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them the touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The AFC making their way out, and it's one of Coach's favorites, another local guy, Tom Brady, who will be at the controls. And boy, Coach always admired the way number 12 could run an offense, and especially his ability to stay calm under pressure.
Tom Brady is a guy who's always looking downfield. He never looks at the rush. He hangs in the pocket, and he makes a throw. He's a cool guy, and he's a tough guy. Let me tell you, there's no one calmer in the pocket than Tom Brady.
And I know the coach has a great appreciation for Tom Brady, who turned 45 back on August 3rd, because Coach coached a guy like him in George Blanda, who played a long time in the NFL. In this game, it features legends and active players. Tom Brady qualifies as both.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Deion Sanders disrupting things on the defensive side. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. He couldn't get away. So we're at halftime of the John Madden Legacy game, and now we present a special tribute to the man of the hour, narrated by the Raiders' own Trey Mosley. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The AFC going to get the football first here as we are back underway from Oakland in the John Madden Legacy game. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The AFC offense heading back out. And you know, Charles, Coach really loved to utilize his tight ends in the passing game. You think about Dave Casper, Hall of Famer for those great Raider teams. And I think he saw a lot of Dave Casper in an all-Madden staple, Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez is the type of tight end I think everyone's looking for. He's a guy that can make some big plays from that tight end position. Let me tell you, you better make sure you have him accounted for on every play.
And that's exactly right, because Dave Casper, he could shred defenses down the middle of the field. And that's exactly what Tony Gonzalez did in his entire career. A 14-time Pro Bowl selection. Only Tom Brady has more. There's 6 guys on the 15,000-yard receiving club. He's the only tight end in there. Tony Gonzalez, every snap you had to know where he was because he could make plays short, medium, and long, and often put the ball in the end zone.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So now, Charles, to pick up the story we've been telling, John Madden at 42. He had just completed a 10-year stint as the coach of the Raiders. He wants to step away a bit from the grind of coaching, but he doesn't want to step away from the game of football. So he ends up signing on with CBS in 1979 to try his hand at broadcasting. And much like his coaching career, he was pretty much an instant success.
He really connected with the people right from the start, and people may not remember he wasn't even on the #1 team in the beginning.
Wow.
He worked his way up. But at the same time, he made him a great coach, made him a great broadcaster. The ability to show the big picture, yet break it down into the details. That's what he did with his teams. That's what he did with the people. That way, it was simple to understand, yet insightful for viewers. And then with that big personality that he had, one that connected with everyone.
So for Coach Madden, Charles, by 1981, his broadcasting career is really taking off. He's elevated to the network's #1 booth that calls all the big matchups. And he gets the plum assignment of calling Super Bowl 16, 49ers and Bengals, and he's teamed up with Pat Summerall. And that pairing ultimately would go on to be one of the most influential in sports broadcasting history.
Influential not just in us listening to them. Remember, they went out and won 8 Super Bowls together. But he put together kind of a template that all of us broadcasters follow now. Sitting down with the head coaches and the quarterbacks and the stars of each team before a ball game to get extra information. And the way that those two paired together, Pat Summerall, short, concise, to the point, and turned it over to Coach Madden to fill in all the big details.
Brady now on first down. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. As you mentioned, CD, talking about John Madden, the broadcaster, he called 8 Super Bowls with Pat Summerall, 3 more with Al Michaels later in his career. He spent nearly 3 decades in the booth all told. And not only was he beloved for his mannerisms, we know that, but he was an innovator as well.
Yeah, Brandon, you're talking about things like the telestrator, which totally became identified with him, and now it's a staple for all analysts to have in the booth. And then you think about things like turducken on Thanksgiving, when he used words like boom and pow. He helped create the old Madden team. He was a very popular commercial pitchman. And even the Madden Cruiser was unique, and you had to be someone to get a ride on it, too.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Beating the Tigers, they run it with their fullback. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The AFC went for it, and it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So an interesting decision at this stage in the game to go for it. You think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised, because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Now, CD, we did get a little ahead of ourselves talking about John Madden, the broadcaster in the 90s and 2000s, because there was another product during that time period that he became quite famous for, and it's something that you and I know a little bit about, and that's the video game that bears his name. Originally John Madden Football when it was first released back in the late 1980s, and now known the world over simply as Madden.
And Coach saw this originally as a way to teach the game of football. The early designs were for a 7-on-7 game, but he said no chance. He would not sign off on it. He wanted to be as realistic as possible. He told him, call me when it's 11-on-11. And he got his wish.
Yeah, after that debut, Madden the video game continued to pick up steam through the 90s in a big way. And John himself, many will remember, was a commentator for the series for many years. And now here we are in the 2020s, and this game has sold somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 million copies. A little juke. Got a man, it's Jerry Rice. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So, CD, you look at the accumulation of John Madden's achievements in the world of football, the coaching success, the Super Bowl title, the incredible career as a broadcaster with 12 Emmy Awards, Madden the video game. It was very fitting back in 2006 that John Madden got the call to be enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A more deserving person you will not find. He gave an incredible speech on that day, Brandon. So many of his former Raider players were in attendance. He talked about how he envisioned that when the last person turns off the lights in the hall every night, that the bus talk football amongst themselves. And what a discussion that might be.
Yeah, he finished his speech by saying, today feels like the second time in my life that I'm being carried off on the shoulders of others. Instead of off the field, it's in the Hall of Fame. This has been the sweetest ride of them all. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to play in the John Madden Legacy game. The NFC trying to finish this one off. We're back to Oakland after this. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down, and back they go to Sanders. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bit of taste on bounds.
I would say so, and I think that they go out this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds. They'll wind end up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
That wasn't a bad time to call the screen.
So it's a win here for the NFC. Just an incredible afternoon of football and remembering the life of John Madden.
Time to decide how you're going to make your Madden NFL 23 debut. You could put yourself back on the game's biggest stage and raise that Lombardi in Super Bowl 56. Become coach once again and captain a team of legends and stars to victory in the John Madden Legacy game. Feeling a little rusty on them sticks? Hit the practice field to get on over to the main menu and see the full array of options you've got to work with at Madden NFL 23.
Yeah, nobody got it yet. Zero playing, 0 searching. Wow.
I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Pressy Rolly, we've been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't need swine. Smith Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the host God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the fake mouth brush. More
oh, somebody got it. Yes, sir.
Race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pork cup. Toast to the wind, throw it up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
First down carry for Henry. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
But in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Tannehill.
Oh, I did that.
Here as he's taken down. Multiple players come out for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town at 2nd and a country mile. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And some space here. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Tannehill. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. Going deep for Diggs.
Let's get it.
And it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Parker, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. They're your job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. We're scoreless after one. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Then he will take this down at the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The ball situated at the 9, second and goal. Allen gonna throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys to settle and then have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale?
I'm loving this 2030. It moves faster, runs better.
Stats do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Amali Hooker.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were
That high pass point, like the way you can change your pass, that shit, I like that too.
Kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Yeah. They basically get like a shot leader.
That'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Through an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Everybody can get a pass off now.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So third going after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to be brought down short of first at about the 31-yard line. They snap it to Tannehill. Pass complete on the cross crossing route. This is Hooper. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that, but I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he will take this across midfield and down the 48-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So after the INT, it's Allen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Elijah Morgan.
They made Josh Allen that fast before he picked him up.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them. And he did exactly that. ASAP, the coach told us all the time. A lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Only good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6.
Yes, good pick, yes sir.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That was a horrible pick.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Only going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
But I'm talking to this too.
To throw, it's Allen. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now Allen again.
I knew it.
He's got his target. It's the tight end nuts. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
I can see the comment. This is the
They run here with Singletary. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Allen.
No, he's wide open.
Right.
Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to make your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
It said 21 and then it just cut back to
20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Tannehill. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustment is being made for the second half. So with that, we get back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Well, take that in there. You just want to be in here
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one. It's the fair catch, a signal for and take it. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger.
Great, 3
I don't think that they overly hoped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling the plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Wow.
Alex throw here, taken in by Knox. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past 45. And Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed on that route. He's often a guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Oh, come on.
First down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, Parker. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Allen. Forced out to his left.
No.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 53 yards. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving
to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Here's the Bill kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. From back there, wise move. He'll sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go and get out and run the risk of buying substantial. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They keep it with Henry on first down. We'll get this to about 38.
It's time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off much more plays.
From the 38, Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. So two there on the play. That makes it a third of the full 10 yards.
Well, Brandon, we can see that play develop. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys will be able to run for their assignments and finish off that play.
And they'll give him down to the 47, well short of the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half. That's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go on full Tannehill. And he's going to intercept it a third time. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. If there was any thought that this thing might turn around for the offense in the second half, those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed at the level that they
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know they didn't tack up the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling, maybe catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? Either it's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defense.
Bro, what is that?
Rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
No, you had it. You just gave it to her.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that kick 6. And now the kick is away. And it will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Henry up the middle. And able to stay on his feet past the 30, about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we have them to just eat on blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining. They burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
You know, that's our quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with him. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist to the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's got some space here. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 65 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they're going to make a game of this in the second half. They need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. To your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield to time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making a catch. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They're 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Allen to throw it. And here's Crowder. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point.
Yes, sir.
Picked by Kevin Meyer. And the Titans are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They're now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line. 2nd and 10. Tannehill. They set up the screen for him. He's going to lose yardage here. This offense on 3rd down today. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Now play fake. It's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be stopped a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Time for Tannehill on 4th down. This will play again to 2. And he's going to have his first down to convert, and they'll keep the drive alive. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. Boy, not getting that hurt.
It's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because
I think I heard
still
you
have
say
an
that before, but I
opportunity
don't
if they can
remember.
get some things done on defense. Now, so they take
No,
it
I
on
think I heard
down,
you say
team with the
something.
ball. Guess what? Going 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away. That's good decision making right there. Understood down in distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here's throw dropped onto his fullback. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Right where they set up down start, and they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On play action, Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game. We can remember 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
In the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly. Down.
Oh, no, that wasn't it.
And he's going to have to eat this first. Down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll rifle this one deep right side.
That's it. Let's get it. Who can't score?
Touchdown, Titans.
That's it. Bro, how's it say? I used to call it.
I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
I take it.
Pulling good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one's taken just inside the 10.
That's why people wanted to call it
Shy of 25.
Let's go. Oh, this game on YouTube right now.
Bills come to the line, start their next drive. Curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, you took off the last one. What you gonna do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, and confidence that there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Oh, I did not move that.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
That's it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Yeah, I'm bored. It's too good. I ain't expecting to.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's to his running back, complete.
I take it, and I wasn't even in the right defense.
First down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game.
I couldn't. I had the wrong defense. I wasn't thinking.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First Madden game. This is my first one.
Now Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis.
Come on, bro. He's not breaking tackles like that, bro.
For one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He was like he could, man.
Now Allen.
Especially that tap.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So Allen's going to look to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he is tackled inside the 30, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Allen. Going deep for Diggs.
No!
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Oh my God! That was interesting.
Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops.
Yeah, made it look like his body moving and everything. That's crazy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Walks right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
These guys, they're not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
You don't have one like that.
Allen to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points here. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that would just about put a camper on this game. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. It just sucked any energy and momentum out the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to send the window shut, and they followed through.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
2 seconds. They get my belt out the bathroom.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill to throw. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. He couldn't get away. Will wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss. This this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on,